All right, so here's a challenge that some people run into when you're working with the pyramid interaction and engage. So by default, you've got these three layers. And if we can see like this first layer here, it says top layer. We'll go ahead and preview that. All right, so when we're looking at the preview and we look at top layer, you'll notice that top layer shows up fine in here. And the reason is because the section's still pretty wide and there's room for the text. You can click on here, you can see how the pyramid interaction works. Now one of the challenges, let's close this out. Let's say that you keep adding layers to that. Eventually you're going to get to a point where there's no space left in those segments, and you can't, when we preview it, and you can see on the preview that now there's no room for the text. Now if I roll the mouse over there, it'll show up the text, but as you can see, it scrunches it up. So this isn't really ideal, but there's really not that much you can do with it the way Engage is built, because it's a form-based product. So here are a couple of workaround ideas. So the first workaround idea, let me close this out, is to instead of using the pyramid interaction, go ahead and do a screen capture of the pyramid, and then I'm using a labeled graphic. So what I did is I actually brought the image in here. And at this point I can take a label and I can add the label anywhere I want to on the pyramid. And I could also, once I do the screen capture, I could take the pyramid and put text on here and then bring that in there, and then I would just use the labels however I want to lay them out. So we'll just preview that and see what this looks like. So this would be one option. Do a screen capture of the pyramid and then use the labeled graphic and then bring it in. As you can see now, you're not going to have the issues with the text. And you could go ahead and on your interaction properties get rid of these the design styles and just go to none. And then when you preview it, it's going to look a lot smoother. So let's preview this real quick and take a look at it. So now you can see it looks a lot cleaner. And again, it just depends on how you want to design the image, but you can bring the image in, and then now your labels are going to allow all the text on there. The other thing is you could use a different interaction. So let's go ahead and do a new interaction, and we're going to use the guided image, which looks a little more like the label graphic or like the pyramid interaction. And so what you would want to do is just change the image here, and then we'll insert this image. And then the same thing, you've got the pyramid, and you can modify how that comes in. And we're going to go ahead and have those come in from a different direction. So we're going to have them come in from the right here. And then if I was doing this, I would go ahead and put text on the pyramid before I brought it in. And then if we do the preview on this, let's oops, hold on a second, clicked on the wrong thing. Let's close this out. Let's go ahead and on the interaction properties, let's get rid of all the stuff on there, and we're going to go with the white so it works better. And we're going to preview that, and what we should see is something that looks a little closer to the pyramid interaction. And then you can see as you click on, well, I didn't do it, but you've got your different information here. You can see how that would work. So you can play around with those ideas. So if you need to use a pyramid and the text isn't working for you, these are two alternatives to where you can have that pyramid look and still use Engage for the rapid development.